A.S.U.P.K, we said, reload, we said. Hey man, shout out to the I.S.U.P.K on the Commander in YAHANNA where the best rappers reside. Hopping out one west, I just want to be mentioned among the best. Whether it's top 10, top 5, or top 3, as long as you mention me. Let's go. A.S.U.P.K, we said, reload. A.S.U.P.K, we said, reload. A.S.U.P.K, we said, reload. We said, reload. Shoot like free throws. A.S.U.P.K, we said, reload. A.S.U.P.K, we said, reload. A.S.U.P.K, we said, reload. We said, reload. Shoot like free throws. I got a lot of guns, yeah, I keep an arsenal. Bullets fly by your head like a cardinal. The way I aim is remarkable. Brains out the scalp, hanging out like a parcel do. Get your head laced, I ain't talking about a wig. And don't talk about smoking unless you talking about the seed. I ain't talking about a Newport, I'm talking about the barrel. Only path that my bullets go is a straight narrow. Aim, shoot, can't forget the reload. I had you swimming with the fishes like Nemo. This big 4-4, a bullet like Debo, and the cannon's brown, I call that bitch Nino. The Glock ain't got a safety, that motherfucker psycho. Fuck around and hit you by mistake like a typo. Hopping out one west in case you're sleeping on me. And you ain't gotta worry cause you know I keep it on me. As I aim, shoot, reset, reload. Aim, shoot, reset, reload. Aim, shoot, reset, reload. Reset, reload. Shoot like free throws. Aim, shoot, reset, reload. A.S.U.P.K, reset, reload. A.S.U.P.K, reset, reload. Reset, reload. Shoot like free throws. It's an AK to go. I call it bitch Michael. They got a lot of versions, but my favorite is the micro. Hits in your stomach, lose weight like lipo. Hits in your brain, watch it drain, then your life go. Cold word Geico. Better have the spirit. 100 round drum me, the gun got endurance. Got a Springfield XD. It's a 4.5, showing out for social media. Watch it go live. Got my first gun, a high point, back in 05. Some says trash when you ask, they don't know why. Had a situation, couple niggas ran down on me. Let's just say that motherfucker never jammed on me. I love guns. Yeah, they come and they go away. If it ain't in your name, it's a throwaway. If you 5 down, your whole block watch me air it. If you had a bad day, this ain't all lift your spirit when I aim, shoot, reset, reload. Aim, shoot, reset, reload. Aim, shoot, reset, reload. Reset, reload. Shoot like free throws. Aim, shoot, reset, reload. Aim, shoot, reset, reload. Aim, shoot, reset, reload. Reset, reload. Shoot like free throws.
All right, we're gonna play one more before we start.
Just delay this, just delay this, just delay this.
As I serve the Lord, the demons after me. I can't be a casualty. Strong is what I have to be. Even though life is hard naturally. Suffering from its curses, all I know is drama, pain, jail, and tragedy. Still living life casually, taking shit for granted. When you wake up to the truth, your loved ones will start to vanish. Be calm and don't panic. Just keep your composure. We some soldiers for the Lord, and the war's almost over. The niggas think they cold, best believe them demons colder. I done seen them niggas selling soul for a Range Rover. Seen a sister turn into a hoe and let the streets get her. And every nigga hitting her. I pray the Lord with you when them demons calling. When them demons call, you gotta be ready, you understand? They gonna attack you from every direction. Whether you at your highest point or you at your lowest point, you understand? You need to know how to deal with it. You understand? I'm gonna show you how to deal with it. Listen up. Silence when them demons call, that's the way to treat them. do exactly what they say, that's the way to feed them. Taking counsel of the Lord, that's the way to feed them. And all the bullshit, people cut them off. You don't need them, just follow the laws, and it will all fall in place. You gotta endure. Now wipe them tears off your face. Put the wolves in sheep clothing, gotta watch who you talking to. The demons recognize them angels when they walking through you. And every day you getting stronger, fighting through oppression. As you make progression, keep striving for perfection. The good and the bad days, take them as a lesson. And the most important thing is brotherhood is a weapon.
That's what we're here to tell you about. And it's something in your mind that's trying to keep you in that life. Because that demon has a time limit on you. This demon is trying to get a reward too. And he's trying to get it off of you. He's sitting in there with you every day, constantly giving you more and more pain, more and more hurt, more and more depression, and more anxiety. And guess what? He's telling you not to fight it. Don't fight it. Don't go to class. Don't listen to the Bible. You want to listen to the Bible? Go to the Christian church. Don't go to that. Don't go to I.S.U.P.K. No, that hate group. That's a cult. No, they do black magic. They do this, they do that. They gonna say all that because that demon is trying to keep you dead. Because he knows that once you come in here, we're gonna suck all the demons off you. We're gonna show you how to live. So now what you're doing is fighting for your life by coming in here and fighting against the world.
Just to make this.
All right, clap it up. All right, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. Today is a Tuesday Brotherhood class here in Houston. Of course, you know, today is Brotherhood, so we're going to talk about a thing that plagues the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. And it's one of those things that is hard to overcome because of how we were raised, you know, and that's you know, and that's holding grudges and seeking revenge. All right. Of course, you know, like I say, a lot of the violence that that we experience as a nation comes through in the form of someone either holding a grudge or seeking revenge for something that happened to them by that person. And you know, sometimes it's just all out rage, you know what I'm saying? But today we're gonna get into the things that, you know, pertain to, you know, vengeance and Salaki. Vengeance and holding grudges. And of course, you know, I'm gonna show you that, you know, vengeance, you know, that should be only taken by one person, and that's the Most High. You know, so we're gonna get to that. First, I wanna give me Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. You know, so we're gonna go to the law first. You know, to figure out, you know, what's going on as you know, what we're supposed to be doing as brothers. You know, this Bible, you know, it's like you say, it's a cultural book. It's not religious. So this is an instructional book for certain people, you know, to teach them how to live, you know, with their nation. All right, you know, it has a law for, you know, it has a dietary law, even have a law for farming, handling business, even domestic issues. Like this book right here is a foolproof instruction manual for the nation of Israel. It's like, got that?
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
All right. Now this is in the Levitical, the book of Leviticus. You know, for those people that, you know, they like to see laws, statutes, and commandments that say thou shalt, well, this is a law that says thou shalt what?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. So you can't walk around with hate in your heart against your brother. And I'm not talking about somebody necessarily that you know. It can be anybody. You know, a lot of people, and hate comes in a lot of forms. You know, hating. You know, you can look down on somebody, you can lie on them, or you can physically do something to them. All right, so hating your brother means not looking down on your brother, not lying on your brother, not physically trying to harm them. That's hating your brother. All right, we'll keep going.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
You shouldn't try to you shouldn't try to put down your neighbor in the sense of, Salaki, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to put on the Bible up. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get there with y'all. All right, so it says, you know, and thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So rebuke means, anybody know what rebuke means? All right, well, you know, it has a couple different definitions. Of course, it don't mean, you know what I'm saying, to correct, because you're always supposed to correct your brother. But another definition is to prove, decide. Now, in this context, it's talking about judge. Now, what does judge mean? When well, of course, you know, in the world, you know, when people say don't judge me, that means you can't tell them what to do. But in the Bible, judging means to, you know, when somebody's being judged, that means they're being punished. So you don't supposed to rebuke your brother. You don't supposed to judge your brother. You don't supposed to punish your brother for things that he's done. That's not your job. Now, of course, correct him. If you see a brother or a sister going in the wrong way, let's just say, for instance, you see y'all going on a hiking trip or whatever, and you see a brother, he, you know, these days a lot of people got their face on their phone, so they're not paying attention. So he's just he's just walking, and you say, "Hold on, brother, don't walk that way. Come this way with us." Now you see it's a cliff right there with a 300-foot drop, number of rocks at the bottom. So you're correcting that brother's path to get him on the right path. And you can rebuke him in that sense, because you're taking him out of the way of sin, you know, in context. So if I see you, you know, with a pork chop sandwich, hey brother, you might not want to eat that, man. That's, you know, it's against the law for Israelites to, you know, consume pork. You can't judge me and blah blah. No sweat. I just tried to correct your path. Now you continue to walk and you fall off that cliff, that's on you. All right. Anyone on that?
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Okay, any more on that? All right. Oh, man. Hold on. My phone is definitely having some grudges. Okay, go to 18. This is also in the law.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of the people, but
Okay,
thou
now-
shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Okay, well, it says what at the top?
Thou shalt not avenge.
Thou shalt not avenge. So that means you're not supposed to get your get back. Something happened to you, you know, you leave it to the Most High's hands to get your get back. Get, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times, you know, like especially like in the streets, if one of your homeboys end up getting beat up, and he come back to y'all, man, I just got man, they just jumped me, man. I just got beat up by Ray right now. Guess what your friends gonna do? They gonna round up and they gonna walk around the neighborhood looking for Ray right now to try to get you know, to avenge you. And you know, they find Ray right now, they beat him up, and sometimes somebody might get seriously hurt. Another situation, you know, this happens a lot with women, especially when they lie. You know, they may have got into it with their boyfriend. They may had a terrible argument, and he either get put out the house or he leaves, and she goes to tell her big brother or her other friends or her police friend, and she like, well, he hit me, or they might even call the cops. Well, no, we got into it and blah blah this and blah blah this, and he hit me. He hit me. Now somebody that's now if it was another man that she told, he of course he wants to make her happy. He wants to make her proud and satisfied. He's gonna go find him and do some harm. You know, so in that sense, you know, she calls the cops. You know, the cops come and she got no marks on her body. All the cops heard was a man hit a woman. So they coming, and the man is going to jail. No ifs and buts about it. So guess what happens? He goes to jail for domestic violence. He had a decent job. Now he loses that job because that job has an image of employing people that are not criminals. So now he goes to jail for domestic violence. His name is tarnished. So he can no longer get a job like that. So that job calling him, oh yeah, Mr. Gibson, we're no longer going to need your services here at such and such incorporated. So now he loses his job when he get out, and that happens a lot. And you know what happens? Like also when the cops come and they put him in cuffs, he's like, yeah. Then eventually, the woman, she was like, well, no, I didn't want y'all to take him to jail. I just wanted y'all to. She really just wanted the cops to beat him up, show him who's boss. You know, because you know he's too powerful and too strong of a man of a human for her to overpower. So maybe if I call some people with some guns and some authority, they'll show him who's boss. And so anytime he gets out of line, all I gotta do is pick up my phone and he's gonna, well, baby, I'm sorry. You know, we don't need to go this far. All right. Do me a favor. You can turn the AC on. It's rather humid up here. But yeah, so what we was at? Okay, well, I'll read why you do that. It says, "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people." So it says, "Don't bear any grudge." Anybody know what a grudge is? Go ahead.
It's like ill will, hating, discontent.
Ill will, discontent, or what about to keep or maintain? Yeah, you're right. Like to keep or maintain a ill feeling about your brother, about something that happened. So you mad at your brother. You mad at your brother from high school because he took your prom date. The girl you actually go to prom with. You know, she didn't directly say yes to you, but then when she showed up to prom, she showed up with your brother. Now you mad at your brother from graduation all the way up to current time. And I don't like that nigga, man. That nigga took my girl, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how women got this bad. Women hold grudges from the most pettiest things. The most pettiest things. And one thing that they fail to do is, the scripture that we're gonna bring up, next in a minute, is to address the situation calmly and one on one. All right, because women hold grudges from, like I say, from high school all the way up to present day. But then not only do they hold the grudge, they also seek recompense or revenge. So they get back plus some. Like they say, women are vindictive. So if you hurt a woman, she's gonna get you back. That's why it's a lot of men out there on child support or like, or in jail or been beaten up by other people, her family members, put in jail for no reason, shot and killed sometimes because they are vindictive. They want you to hurt as much or even more as they did in that situation. That's like men. That's why you got to be careful when you tell a woman that you love her, and in the world, you know, of course, in the world they only believe in one wife. So you tell this woman that you the only one for me, and you breach that contract right there when you said you're the only one for me, and you go get another woman, which is completely lawful. You done hurt her because she done put her all into you. You didn't to them. You didn't give them no chance to decide because you fill her heart with, oh, this man wants me and me only, and then she see you with another woman. So now she's going through her head like, well, damn, what was I enough for him, or what do he see in her that he didn't see in me? Is she prettier or this and that? But he told me that you know I was the only one. They make movies about it a lot. The most famous one is Waiting to Exhale. She blew up the car, the clothes, everything because he he told her one thing and did something else. But like I say, of course, it's also it's lawful for a man to have more than one wife, but it should it would behoove you to express that, you know, especially in the truth. I mean, that's how I go down in the truth. All right, but in the world, you better express, hey, baby girl, I love women, and Ain't no telling if I might get another one. You know, it's me and you right now. I mean, it's always gonna be me and you or whatever. But if somebody else come along and I like them too, I'm gonna have both of y'all. All right. Because if you tell her anything else, otherwise, after that, it's on. It's on. Just think about a lot of these athletes now. A lot of these athletes, you know, had girlfriends in either high school or college, and they got their big contract, and they probably was seen at a party with another woman. They don't even necessarily have to be with them. They were seen at a party with another woman, and guess what? He has to pay $40,000 a month for child support. Ask Chris Bosh. Ask Gary Payton. Ask P. Diddy. Ask a lot of these athletes how much they are paying for petty disagreements. Ask these people that are in jail, or ask these people that got jumped and beat up by strangers for disagreements. All right. Yeah, give me Matthew 5:17. Now, this is what should have been going on, you know what I'm saying, during this. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law.
Salakia. 18 and 15. Salakia.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Okay, now stop. It says, read that first part again.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
Oh, if your brother or your sister trespass against you, if they offended you in any kind of way, what you supposed to do?
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So you pull that person to the side and you tell them what's going on. Why are you mad at them? Because what happens if you call somebody out in a group of people? Just say, for instance, you let your homeboy borrow $100. He said he was gonna pay you back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by, and probably a couple days went by. You seeing y'all probably at the kickback. Y'all in the same area with other people. You walk up to him and, hey man, you got my $100 that I let you borrow like 3 weeks ago? You told me 2 weeks you were gonna pay me back. You know what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Go ahead.
You're gonna lose your brother, and
what's gonna happen? Of course that.
It's gonna be some stuff.
What's the reaction?
He gonna get loud with you more like.
Yeah, nigga, I don't owe you no money. What? Forget that $100, nigga. I got it. What you gonna do? Because it's an audience. There's other people watching and listening. Because now his pride is on the line. His name is on. His reputation is on the line. You know, now, and they got phones. They're like, oh, that boy just called you out about $100. What you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do? The boy just called you out. What you gonna do? So now with everybody, you know, naturally they go like, hey man, watch out, man. Prime example. If you ever seen Minister Society, in the scene when Samuel Jackson was talking to they were playing domino cards, whatever they were playing, and he said, hey, you've been out the joint 2 or 3 weeks now, and about time you get my money. And what the dude do? He said, man, I ain't got it. I told you I was gonna give you money. He said, man, what you mean you ain't got my money yet? You better come over with my cash or else. So the dude felt played like, man, the F you, Jack. I just spent 5 years in the joint. I told you I was gonna pay your money when I feel like it. Now he got to reestablish his manhood against everybody else that's watching. And then of course Samuel Jackson, he stand up and he shoot the man in the chest a few times and killed him. Versus Matthew 18 and 15. Hey, let me holler at you, man. I know you've been out of jail for a little bit, man. You know, can you give me a timeline on, when you're gonna get me back? Oh man, bro, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get paid on the 3rd. You know what I'm saying? That's like 4 days from now, man. I got you. You're gonna be the first person I come see. All right, bet. End of discussion. The dude probably, or the dude probably had his money right then. But since you're gonna play me in front of all these other people, because I got a reputation on the line too, I'm now. You gonna have to pry this out. You gonna have to make me give you your money. And that's a problem that we have, in our community, because a lot of disagreements and a lot of discrepancies that we have as a nation come because of confrontation. You want the person that's confronting wants to be the big bad person and want to belittle or embarrass the person that they're confronting. But then the defense mechanism in humans will deflect back. And that's I think that's probably a natural response. Whatever type of energy you give a person, that same energy coming back at you. You have, hey nigga, what time is it? 7:45, nigga. What you mean? Same energy. Hey brother, you been having time? Oh yeah, brother. It's 7:45. Most I cry, brother. Thank you. Same energy. But to get things solved in a righteous manner, you have to apply Matthew 18 and 15. You can't hold and try to get your own recompense, you know what I'm saying, by your own will. All right. Drop that. Did we finish that? Slacky. No, keep going.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
So if he hear you, then you have gained a brother. Came at him correct. You told him what your problem was, and he says Salakia. My bad. That wasn't my intention. So now you gained a brother. Go ahead.
Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
This is verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
So if he ain't hear the first time, then you bring it to 2 more people. Like, hey man, like, I loaned this brother, $100. Couple weeks ago, he said he was gonna pay me my $100 back in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks came by. I didn't see him. So another week went by. Give him a little time. Because things hard out there. Eggs $40 a crate. You know what I'm saying? And so a couple of days, I see he done got him a new pair of shoes, and he got this and he got that. I asked him. I was like, well, when can you pay me back? So he got all hostile, like, man, I ain't got it right now. And I told you I was gonna pay it back, but man, golly, it's just a little funky $100. God damn, you act like you missing $100. Like he got that fly with me. You know what I'm saying? And those two people that you brought along, like, well, hey man, you told that man you was gonna pay him back in 2 weeks, man. Like you gotta pay that bro back. You gotta pay him back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no waiting. You know what I'm saying? Taking your girlfriend out on a date with that hunter. Nah, you gotta get that man his bread. No questions asked, man, because that's the deal that you made. Now keep going.
Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Now tell it unto the church. Now that means tell it unto the school. So like when you come like in the truth, or like if we have a situation like this, and then the person's still not trying to hear those two people, you would come to the school. You would come to and have counsel with the generals or the captains. You know what I'm saying? And if they can't resolve that issue, they can resolve the issue. It's just a matter of fact of you accepting what the judgment is. You know, and the same cycle goes. Like, well, I loaned this brother $100, and he told me he's gonna pay me back in 2 weeks. You know, 2 weeks went by, and then plus another week went by. Now we in, plus a week, plus 3 or 4 days. And I asked him, I pulled him to the side, and I asked him about it. You know what I'm saying? He got fly with me. So then that's when I brought, you know, my camp leader, and asked him about it. And brought him in. He still wasn't trying to hear it. So now, General, now we're in front of you, what I'm saying the same thing. And now the dude is still, man, y'all act like it's $100, y'all know it's this, blah, blah, blah. Not honoring his word. What happens?
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican.
So if you neglect to hear the generals, then you just a regular old nigga on the street. You'll be treated as a heathen. Because the protocol was righteously done from step one to step whatever, and you did not see your fault at all. You could have even, man, I told you 2 weeks. I'm sorry, but please, if you could, let me get another week or so, or 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Some things came up. Can you do that for me? And the brother that loaned you the $100 was like, all right, well, cool. As long as you talk to me about it. But you got fly. Just like the dude at the table in Minister Society. Probably had the money right there in the pocket. They gambling, they playing cards. Man, I told you I was gonna pay your monkey ass up, he said, when I feel like it. So now he has to press his manhood back. He has to get it back. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody want to feel played with, by other people watching. Same thing with women. Like a woman especially don't want to be confronted about anything. It's gonna be excuse me, that little $100, girl, you better go on somewhere. And then they gonna start digging in the dirt and start, throwing dirt. Y'all gonna be throwing dirt at each other to everybody muddy. Ain't nobody say nothing when you did this and you did that. Or I had to pay your husband this and the husband that. They gonna get to throwing dirt. All right. That's not how it's supposed to be. We're gonna drop that and we're gonna go to let's see. Leviticus 25:17. I'm gonna give you one more. This is one more law scripture. You know what I'm saying? That ties into, holding grudges and seeking revenge.
the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
He shall not therefore oppress one another.
You should not therefore do what?
Oppress one another.
You should oppress one another. So if somebody owed you money, you shouldn't do what the dude did on Menace to Society. You know, you pull out a gun and point it to his head, you know, trying to intimidate him. What most people do, they try to make you a slave. Oh yeah, well since I did this for you, you got to do this for me. You gotta go to the ends of the earth and bring this back. You're like, well, dang, all you gave me was $100. Now you want me to, you know, drive to California and walk back with man? No, come on now. You don't supposed to oppress your brother. You don't supposed to be what our oppressor is to our brother that's already our oppressor. You don't supposed to be like that. That nation. We already getting oppressed. We already getting shot in the streets. We already getting put in jail for back child support. We already getting shot in the streets, uh, getting low paying jobs, you know, taxes killing you. We oppressed, man. We not. So don't be another oppression upon your brother. Now this is in the law. Don't be that oppression. Because if you are, you're just like that heathen nation we call the Edomites. All right. Uh, we can drop that. And give me Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. So now I'm going to start slowly showing you who is supposed to get recompense and revenge. And it's not us. Come.
This is the Colossians, chapter 3, verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
All right. Go to 24.
This book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 24. Knowing that of the Lord.
No, Salak, you can say it 25. Salak, go ahead, read it again.
Verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
So, but he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. You know what I'm saying? So what that means is the person that did wrong, he's gonna get it. Whatever he got coming to him, the Lord is gonna do it, not you. You know, because people in the world, they have a, they use that one scripture, eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. Oh well, he shot me in the leg, so I'm gonna go shoot him in the leg. Oh, he stole from me. I'm gonna go steal from him. He had sex with my baby mama, so I'm gonna go have sex with his baby mama. That happens a lot. Oh, he had sex with my baby mama, so I'm gonna go have sex with his sister or his mother. And he scratched my car, so I'm gonna blow his up. All right, go ahead.
And there is no respect of persons.
So when the Lord have vengeance on people, he don't have respect of person like we do. Because one person can do something wrong to you, and you have mercy on, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. But that other person, you want to jump down his throat. What is that story? I'll just paraphrase it. Like when it was a man that owed the king, like, I'm gonna just say $3,000. He owed the king. It's in the Bible. I can't think of the scriptures right now, but I'm just saying he owed the king $3,000. So he went to the king and dropped to his knees like, please, king, give me some more time so that I can repay you. Please give me some more time. So the king was like, all right, I'm gonna give you some more time. The king showed mercy on him. But it was a dude that owed the person that owed $3,000. It was a dude that owed him $100. And he's like, man, nigga, where my $100 at? He ready to take a sword out and cut his head off because he didn't have his $100. And the dude was like, man, I don't have it. Please give me some more time. Please give me some mercy. Please give me some grace. And he wasn't trying to hit it, just after he got mercy and grace. But he wasn't trying to hit it with the person that owed little. Like he owed more to the king than that dude owed him. So he was ready to chop that man's head off for $100, and the king saved his life from $3,000. The Lord has no respect of person. So when your judgment comes, that's what comes. It don't matter if you're rich or you poor. Whatever punishment he has for you, that's what's gonna happen. All right. Now, let's see. Give me Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. Now, this is for, the nations, to let you know that we can't, as a people, go against and because a lot of people are like, we need to come back together as a black nation, and we need to move and get our own gardens, our own fields, and our own lifestyle, our own food, and blah blah this and blah blah that. We need to go back to Africa and do this. And well, where the hell are we gonna go in Africa? We gonna get to Africa and be looking around like, all right, I do what I know it. Like, what hut do we go to? We don't know where to go because we're not from them. All right, read that for me.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
This is the book of Obadiah, verse 15, chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord.
For the day of man.
The day of the Lord.
For the day of mine, because I need to get my get back.
Of the Lord.
Man, nah, I ain't trying to hear that. That nigga shot my cousin.
Of the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Is near upon all the heathen.
Near upon all the heathen. So that means it was a Moabite that shot my cousin. I need to go get my get back.
Upon all the heathen.
Upon all the heathen. It says the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen. Go ahead.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
So whatever those heathen nations done to us, it's gonna be done to them. So how the our current oppressor, the Edomite, how they enslaved us, beat us, raped us, robbed us, it's coming back. How the Moabite got all the shops and the chicken wing spots in our communities, it's coming back. All of the East Indians and whoever else, they got all the gas stations in our community, it's coming back. But we not gonna do it. The Lord gonna do it. So we can't sit here and, try to gather yourselves together, because a lot of fake Israelites, we supposed to gather together. We got to get our own land, and you ought to just hear the people on the Clubhouse app everybody agree that we need to gather together. Yeah, we need to grow our own farm. We need to have our own money, but then the problem comes is when who gonna run it? Because nobody wants to really follow a nigga. That's where the problem comes. You know, yeah. We need to get our own farmland. We need to have our own acres. We need to have this. We need to have that. Blah blah this and blah blah that. You know, we got our own bankers, our own doctors, and blah blah blah. Yeah. Who gonna run it? Oh well, I would no. You see, look now. See that's why we can't come together because you want to run stuff and well, I have degrees and blah blah blah. Well, you can't do. You know what I'm saying? That's what the problem comes. That's why the Lord is going to do these things. That's why the Lord appointed who he's talking to on the earth today. And that's Commander General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? That's why we can't do it. All right. Give me Galatians 6 and 7. Like all these scriptures I'm going through now is showing you what the Lord gonna do and not us.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
All right. Do that again. Say that again.
Be not deceived, God is not mocked.
Be not deceived. God is not mocked. You can't fool the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Let's say keep going.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
So whatever you've done on this earth, don't think you're gonna slide by with it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna reap the punishment. You're gonna reap the punishment of whatever you've done that's against the Most High. All right, even what you've done against his people. But you gotta realize that the Lord is gonna do it and not us. All right. Here is another one. Give me here's Revelation 13 and 10. Now this is another one that regarding the people, regarding the nation. All right.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
All right, it says, he that leadeth into captivity might go into captivity.
Shall go into
shall
captivity.
go. That means it's for certain. So the people that led us into captivity, you know what I'm saying? They are going into captivity. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
He that killeth with the sword probably be killed with the sword.
Must be killed with the sword.
You know what I'm saying? Like some of them might.
Must be killed.
They must be killed with the sword. That's what the Lord is going to do, not us. We're not supposed to gather up arms and try to fight against our oppressors. We in their land. We in their kingdom. We'll lose like that. All right.
Here is the patience of the saints. It's like, here is the patience, the faith of the saints.
That's the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The ones that do the will of the Most High, who are Israelites. Our patience is waiting on the Lord to get the get back from our oppressors. All right? That's our patience and our faith. Because when that happens, then that means Christ comes back, and then we'll be able to rule with him. All right. Let's see. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 32. Now I'm gonna let the Lord tell you who it belongs to. Y'all don't believe me. I just been sitting up here talking for the last hour or whatever. 32 chapter verse 35.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 35. To me belongeth vengeance.
To who?
To me belongeth vengeance.
To the people that found out they Israelites.
To me.
To the blackity blacks, or the what the red, green, black.
To me.
Belongeth
vengeance and recompense.
The Lord says, to me belongeth vengeance and recompense, not us. What we supposed to be doing? This is just a question. Go ahead. What we supposed to be doing?
The work of the Most High.
And what is the work of the Most High?
Following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right. That's how we're supposed to be doing. That's the whole duty of man. It's to fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Did the Israelite soldiers tell everybody that we finna ride and go to war with Egypt? Did Moses say, hey man, hey, everybody get their sword and we finna go against Ramses or the Pharaoh, whoever he was. We finna go against him and we finna just walk up out this thing? No. That was the Lord that did that. Did the soldiers get up and kill all those babies? The firstborn children? Is the soldiers the one that brought the locusts and stuff? Nah. It wasn't them at all. All right. Keep going.
Their foot shall slide in due time.
Yeah, their foot shall slide in due time. Like it's starting to slide now. You know, the US dollar is dwindling down. You know, the food sources are starting to dry up. They're starting to lose respect from these other from their enemies. Like it's a lot of countries that's moving away from the US dollar and going to something else. And you know, what's his name, Kim Jong-un, you know, he was never scared of the US. He was like, yeah, we can go to war right now. Just come outside. You know, their foot is starting to slide now. All right, keep going.
For the day of their calamity is at hand.
It's at hand. The Lord is going to make a fool out of this nation. It's starting now. Well, like we looking at it, we seeing it now. All right, go ahead.
And the things that shall come upon them make haste.
You know, and the things that come upon them make haste. Like it's starting to happen. Every time you look at the news, it's something new going on. To let you know, like, we might be going to war. We might be at war. Like it's you know, they gave away a arms dealer for a basketball player. An arms dealer. I'm talking about somebody like, they made a movie about him, right? Nicolas Cage played him. What was it? Something of War, God of War, Art of War, Lord of War. Yeah, Lord of War. And I saw the movie before, and that man had some artillery. He was selling to any and everybody that had the bread. All right, for a drug using alternative lifestyle basketball player. Now that's a deal to the other nations. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna give us him back for her? Bad. Yeah, send our ass on that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that deal made everybody do this here. Oh, these boys stupid. You know, the drop down to 43.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 43. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants.
His people will avenge the blood.
He will.
He will. Okay.
Avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries. And
right.
will.
Keep going. You can finish it.
And will be merciful unto his land and to his people.
So it says that he will avenge the blood of his servants. So all the people that were killed and murdered in the name of oppression or in the name of slavery, he's going to avenge the blood of those people. All right, not us. You know, what was it? The NFAC. Like, every time they happen, they show up with hundreds of people with guns. They in all black, and they just standing in the middle of the street. When they went to what's that, Stone Mountain? Yeah, we calling out the Stone. We calling out the KKK. The KKK wasn't there. You know where they were? They were probably in them bushes. Like, hey, look at these stupid ass niggas here. I'm talking about, if anybody just look in these trees, they'll see this beam on their head. They stupid. We don't gather at Stone Mountain no more. We in other places. Look at these dummies. You know what I'm saying? But that was just a publicity stunt to get back people riled up and like, yeah, there's some people out there making a difference. Maybe we need to follow them. This is our protection. Where they at now? I think one of them shot themselves in the foot or something, huh? But the Lord is going to avenge the blood of his servants. All right. Psalms 94. There's one more. All right. Let's see. Gotta go ahead. Psalms 94 and 1.
This is the Psalms, chapter 94, verse 1. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth. O God, to whom vengeance belongeth. Show it thyself.
Right. That's another one. So, the Israelites knew then, we knew then that the Lord is going to, vengeance belong to the Lord back then. Now, you know what I'm saying, we want to try to, do things in our own terms. We want to try to take matters into our own hands. We want to, we want to sit there and march. We done had a whole bunch of marches. March on Washington, march to Selma, marching everywhere. The Million Man March, the 25 Man March. We done did all this marching, and what has it changed? Nothing. It ain't changed nothing. We had a march with George Floyd, and more people came out, but when George Floyd was murdered, a lot of people came out thinking this is it. We finna take a stand. We finna stand out here and march, and they better not kill another one of us. Guess what happened? I think what was the timeline after that? I think I'm not sure the exact timeline, but after George Floyd, that's when you seen old boy, what's his name? Walked down the street with the AR-15 and did the Heil Hitler sign. Walking down the street with an AR-15 and just unloaded on the whole street. Yeah, Botham Jean was after her. And what's the sister name that was Brittany something? That was murdered in her sleep, in her bed. Who?
Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, Breonna Taylor. I said Brittany Slock. We thought the George Floyd thing was it, but it's not, because we don't dictate when it stops. We don't dictate when the change comes. All we supposed to do is what we said earlier: fear God and keep the commandments. That's all we supposed to be doing. All right. Drop that and then give me Romans 12 and 9. And this pretty much solidifies what I just said. Romans chapter 12, verse 19. I'm sorry.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
It says, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Because you can't do what the Lord can do. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, you got your little Mossberg pump, you got your little Glock 19, and you trying to go make some change, but they got people with they got nerds, gamers, sitting behind a desk with buttons that can push a button at any time and blow up any place on the planet. You're not gonna win against that. Not as a people, not with no Glock 19. Not even tit for tat. Oh yeah, police kill one of us, we gonna kill one of them. That ain't gonna work either. I think the Black Panthers tried. Well, I ain't gonna say they tried that, but they had an idea to try to take up arms and try to fight against this system and those oppression in the streets. And you see what happened to them. What's his name? Fred Hampton was gunned down in his sleep. Just for saying, I am a revolutionary. That's why people got to realize, like, when You know, when people form in these groups, like they don't have the Most High with them. They don't have the scriptures with them. It's all we need to make change, and we gonna do it now. We're not gonna wait on the Lord. We gonna do it ourselves. And guess what happens? It always be alleviated. It's always destroyed. But the I.S.U.P.K, we keeping the commandment, we fearing the Lord, and we keeping the commandments. And we say our prayers. Same ones, some of the same ones David prayed against his enemies. And that's another thing. David didn't just wake up one day and be like, man, y'all gonna kill these niggas, man. Man, that nigga got a whole book, a song when he prays to the Lord to help him fight his enemies. All right? We can't do this alone. All right, that's it on that. Go ahead.
For it is written, vengeance is mine.
So that means it was written somewhere else in the Bible, because it said, for it is written, vengeance is mine. Go ahead.
I will repay, saith the Lord.
So don't worry about it. Chill. The Lord say he gonna repay. And I know, we not some patient beings. We hate waiting. I mean, we like waiting on we like waiting in line, for the new iPhone to drop, or some new or the new Jordans to drop. But when it's time for something for us, like as far like we can't wait on money. Money got to come now. That's what Christian church. Money coming now. We need money now. Just like that commercial. It's my money and I want it now. I sold my seeds, Lord. Repay me now. But that Christian church done lied to you. That pastor done lied to you. All right. I might have one or two more before we leave. Let me see. Amos. Nah. Yeah, I think we might just wrap it up right there. Yeah, but yeah, just love your brothers, man. Love your sisters. Don't oppress them and try to hold things over their head. You know what I'm saying? If you know that brother's struggling, you know, don't try to oppress him. Don't try to make him your slave. Vengeance is of the Lord. If that person done something that heinous to you, then you seek counsel. The Lord is gonna take care of it. You might, and sometimes you might not. And what the thing is, like sometimes people want to see that person punished. They don't want to. They don't want to take the Lord's word for it. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to see that person, you know, down now. They want to see them punished then. But sometimes you might not ever see that person go through some things. But just know that the Lord is going to handle it. If they're in the wrong and you serving the Lord and you in the right, the Lord is going to take care of it. You don't have to do it. NT team. All right. And with that, this has been the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. That's my time, and I'm going to pass the class over to Trooper Yakubai for the security announcement. You got him?
We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves in the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has a particular interest in a person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers 18:21. The book of Malachi 3:8 through 10, which means 10th in the Hebrew, Masharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Feast of First Fruits starts after the Sabbath of unleavened bread, sundown, Sunday, April 9th, 2023. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50th day, Monday, May 29th, 2023. Start before sundown. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 through 22. Anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. These are security officers.
All right. With that, Imagine means to stand. I'll give a courteous salute to the teacher, then the sisters. Men of Israel, YAHANNA, Barak, YAHWH HaShem Yahushua Barakatah. Yazmatak, Saul, face the sisters. Men of Israel, YAHANNA, Barak, YAHWH HaShem Yahushua. Yazmatak, dismiss.